This is day 2 of launching a brand new cruise ship. It's Utopia the Seas, second biggest in the world, which is kind of cool. This is Jeff.
Hey.
He's a crew member on the ship. My name is Brian. I'm a crew member on the ship too. And we are documenting every single day of this launch until it happens 30 days from now, technically 29 days from now, I think. We asked you guys what you wanted to know about working on cruise ships, and you sent in over 300 questions. We are gonna answer not all of those. It's impossible to answer 300, but we are gonna answer as many as we can. In fact, we did today earlier on the ship in different places all over the ship, different crew areas, crew bars, and a few of the public areas. It's gonna be cool. Jeff, do you have anything you'd like to say before we start?
You know what? It's 2 days until we sail back over to Florida, over the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm excited. It's freezing here in France, so
it's really cold.
Get me to the warm weather. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start the Q&A. We're first gonna go to the crew bar. Let's go to the crew bar.
Deck 5 crew bar. Let's go.
The Deck 5 crew bar is the quiet pub.
It's actually what it's called. It's the quiet pub.
We'll show you. We'll show you. It's on the wall, I think.
The old one was called the Moose and Squirrel.
Oh yeah, It was called the Moose and Squirrel, and there was an actual moose and squirrel in here.
Yeah, there was literally there was a moose head on the wall.
First question is this. I'm sending this one to you, Jeff, by Rebflets. I don't know how to say their name.
Let her rip, Reb.
Do you speak other languages, and are there any language barriers you encounter while working on ships?
I don't speak any other languages personally, and it makes me feel really stupid.
Same.
Honestly.
It is a little embarrassing.
Because most people, if you're not American, that work on ships speak at least 2 languages, sometimes up to 5 or 6 languages, and it's pretty common, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wish I did. I just don't. From Angie Linderman, the question is, why were you not on the Ultimate World Cruise? We would have loved having you here.
Dude, I wanted to be on the Ultimate World Cruise so bad. I basically begged my agent to have me on that ship. And
that's right, I forgot about that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because they already figured it out and I was just too late. Maybe they just wanted me here. Maybe they wanted me doing the mason jar because there is no country music on those ships. And I'm on a ship specifically made for country music, and that's what I've been doing for the past couple years.
That's kind of our niche now. We are the country band, and as far as I know, these are the only 2 country music on the Wonder of the Seas and the Utopia of the Seas coming soon.
Yeah.
The only 2 country music venues at sea, like on a cruise ship, and that's kind of become our niche. We are the country guys.
But good question. I will reach out to my agent again and tell them I'm not the only one concerned. No. You're concerned. Is this your first time at a shipyard? Do you have extra jobs as part of the launch?
This is my first time at a shipyard.
He's lying. He's lying.
Wait, really? Am I lying?
Oh, at a shipyard. No,
at a shipyard.
He's not lying.
What did you think the question was?
Like a ship
on a
launch.
ship?
A ship launch.
Oh, ship launch. No, I launched the Wonder. Was that? Wait.
But we weren't in a shipyard.
Were we not?
No, we went to Cyprus just to pick up people, but that's not where they built the ship.
Oh, why was the ship in Cyprus?
COVID times, it was super regulated. Like, we quarantined like crazy. And once we got to Cyprus, we were like bussed immediately to a quarantine facility, and we were tested immediately when we got there. And then we quarantined for, I think, a total of like 25 days or something. It was very, very regulated to make it all happen.
But it is my first time to a shipyard.
Same.
Yeah, it's and as far as extra duties and tasks go, us personally, I think most crew members probably do have extra tasks.
We are very lucky.
We are very, very lucky. We don't have any extra tasks, so we're just rehearsing. We're playing a lot of video games. We are and filming these videos for you guys.
I'm sleeping extra. It's been great.
Jet lag.
Yeah, I fell asleep last night at 6 p.m.
It's true. He did.
And the night before that, 8 p.m.
Our bass player, Josh, who's actually behind the camera right now, this is his 3rd time to this shipyard. Yeah, his 3rd time to this. He opened 2, 3rd time to this shipyard, right? He opened 2 celebrity ships, the Edge and the
Apex.
The Edge and the Apex, the Celebrity Edge and Apex.
Dang.
So he knows the sport like the back of his hand. He took us out today and kind of showed us around the town. So We went to a Thai restaurant in France.
Yeah,
So
got green curry, delicious.
it was great.
The loveliest girl served us.
It's true. If
Let's
you're
go
watching
back.
This, yeah, I
Let's
wanna
go back.
We're going back tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, we need some juicier questions because I just feel like we need something juicy. So, who takes care of your cat while you're away? Now that's juicy. That's juicy.
This question's for me, right?
Luke is my cat now. It's a family cat. It's not like it's my cat. Luke is 16 years old. He's been in our family for 16 years. And I say he's mine because, you know, he is mine, you know?
He's your cat.
I've grown up with him. Though
Yeah, I wouldn't say my dog is my parents' dog.
Yeah,
It's just my dog.
it's our cat. So people were really concerned. How could you leave your cat? How could you abandon him for so long? Because I have to. I live a life, and I got to do those kind of things. And my parents love him dearly, and he's a good cat. The scariest thing about a cat that's 16 years old, though, is when you leave, you don't know if the cat's going to be there when you get back.
I know.
So
That's a harsh reality.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of a sad goodbye, this most recent one, but at the same time, Luke is so healthy. My mom works at a veterinary hospital, and if there's any cat that's being taken care of better, Luke is top 10 on the planet of cats being cared for. And look at the guy, he's beautiful. He's
Luke is
beautiful.
There was a small period of time where I used to live with Brian.
Whoa, you're right.
Yeah, we used to live together, and I lived with Luke, the cat, and Luke used to sneak into my room and steal my t-shirts and leave them around the house. And I love Luke. Luke's a great cat.
He's the best.
Shout out to Luke. This question is from Mia Bambia. Nice to bring things as a first-time crew member.
Oh, as a first-time crew member, I have go-to things. If you don't travel with magnets, it's like such a mistake. Josh just asked me if I had extra magnets today, because you just need them. All the walls are metal.
Yeah.
And
Specifically, like the magnets with the hooks, I think are
Yes.
the most valuable magnets.
100%.
Yeah.
You just have such little storage space on these ships. Whether you're in a single share like us, or if you're in a cabin with 2 people that live in it, you just need magnets to hang stuff. You need magnets just to keep things in order. You don't want all your stuff on the floor, is essentially what it comes down to. And you run out of storage space, so it's either the floor or you hang it off the wall. So magnets is number 1 for me. I don't know, what's like your go-to?
You know, I think I would say magnets too. I can't think of anything else right now. I didn't bring one on this contract, but what I found really handy was like a really tiny vacuum cleaner, like a portable vacuum cleaner. Super useful just to clean. Like our cabins are so tiny, so you don't need a gigantic vacuum cleaner. But it was good until it wasn't. It broke on me, so I need to go buy a new one.
Last thing that I would bring, and I'm really bad at this because I'm lazy, but you've done it before and I was really jealous. You brought things to like decorate the room to make it feel more like a room.
Yeah.
Because the wall, it's super sterile. It looks like a hospital, like it's just blank walls.
Yep.
And a tiny bed. That's your entire space.
Yeah.
So,
last contract I went crazy. Like I brought artwork for the walls. Like I brought potted plants. Like
which you put up with
succulents.
magnets.
Which I put up with magnets, exactly. Like I had this huge pack of magnets too to like just hang things everywhere.
The succulents were great. You had different lighting. It was cool.
The succulents were my favorite. Like, yeah.
So just bring stuff that makes you feel like you're not so far away from home. A lot of people put up they have magnets. Again, dude, magnets.
It just
so
all
many
comes
magnets.
back to magnets.
Everything is magnets. So they'd put up photos from home all across their the wall next to their bed. Looks cool. It's like a little collage, and they're adding stuff as the contract goes on. Those are mostly the girls. In like every guy cabin I've ever been in, it's just
bare.
plain. It's so
just
sad.
A barren wasteland.
And I'm one of those people. Not only is it just plain and bare in my room, but it's usually half the time just disgusting, just stuff everywhere. So I'm working on that.
Yeah, one last thing, just like a really nice suitcase, like a really, really nice one. My first contract ever, like I'm the stupidest human alive, by the way. I showed up to the ship with a duffel bag, like a large duffel bag. I weighed it was 75 pounds, and I had to carry that thing through the airport. Before cruise ships, I never really traveled that much. And I had to drag this thing to the airport. It eventually had a hole in the back of it. And things started falling out of the bag. It was the dumbest thing I've probably ever done in my life.
The reason we did it is because we heard that there's no storage space in the rooms.
Something really easy to store.
And you need something that can collapse. And we were so afraid that our
God.
bags were going to be too big and we would be stuck with huge bags in our room. I think Colin One of our bandmates came with a bag that was too big, and it ended up a huge, you've seen how small the rooms are, a huge bag that couldn't fit anywhere but in the corner of the room, taking up 25% of the space just to have a bag, sitting there. So it made sense, kind of, but the travel day was terrible. It was the worst. So if you bring a bag, make sure it has wheels. That's so important.
Anyone watching this is like, duh. Like, I've traveled before. Right?
Yeah.
But
we didn't know. We were young and dumb.
Young and dumb.
Okay, we're changing locations. Let's go.
This next question is from, it's pretty easy to pronounce, I think, Cody Mia.
Cool. Hi, Cody.
The question, it just says, current cabin tour, please.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll show that right now, but I made a video about that yesterday. It's not a full encompassing tour, but you can really see what the whole cabin looks like. So go check that out. Do you have another question for me? That's too short of an answer. Were you scared for your first ship contract? Also, why is your room smaller than others?
Okay. Scared. We were terrified of our first ship contract.
Yes, we were.
Our first ship contract was together, by the way, as well as 2 other guys. We were in a ballroom dance band, and they never got around to telling us we were supposed to be the ballroom dance band.
They called us a dance band, and we didn't know there was specific lingo on ships that meant things.
We're like, okay, dance band, we're going to make people dance. It's top 40, it's Sweet Caroline, things like that.
Yeah.
So they gave us the go-ahead, we got accepted, and we showed up, and our boss was like, okay, so what do you have as far as cha-chas and waltzes? And at the time,
we need tangos, we need bachatas, we need
I don't know about you, dude, but like I had no idea what a waltz was. Zero clue.
No joke. After our boss said this, we ran to our rooms and went on YouTube, and we were just blasting through internet, just literally Googling like, what is a proper tango? What is an Argentinian tango? What is a...
Yeah, we showed up to the ship with 80 songs, and we had to scrap 50 of them.
Yeah.
50 just down the toilet.
Britney Spears, Hootie and the Blowfish, all the songs to get people going.
It's on Celebrity Cruise Lines, by the way, so typically like an older demographic.
We had no idea what we were doing, and so maybe we weren't terrified going to the ship. We were probably overconfident, but the day we got on the ship, we became terrified. Speaking of which,
it was 6 months straight of just pure stress.
Yeah, if
you should have seen the amount Brian was just sweating.
I was gonna say that.
Just profusely. Like,
if you look,
I know this because I play drums right behind Brian. I can just see his neckline. Like I can just see his neck, and it's just
dripping.
Pouring
my back,
sweat.
my pits. It was all just trying to get through the night and hoping we didn't get fired.
Exactly. I truly thought we were going to get fired.
The first week, for sure.
It was a hustle, for sure.
We're here, though. We made it, 7 years later?
Yeah, but what I will say is that was the funnest contract. Like, that was the most rewarding contract. We were traveling the world, going to places we've never been to before, meeting people from all over the world.
Yeah.
And it was just so exciting and so fun and so fresh. And now I still have fun on ships. It's, it's kind of just turned into it's a job, like any job. Happens with any job. But it's the best job I've ever had.
Yep.
For sure.
Oh, and why are our rooms smaller than everybody else's? They're not. Everybody has small rooms. I've been lucky at certain times to have a slightly bigger one, but that was just like luck of the draw, essentially. Like I had a particular job at that time which gave me a larger room. It's called like solo entertainer, solo guitarist. And I don't do that anymore because it's lonely to be solo. And the fun part about ships is having friends and having fun, and I just have a hard time making friends. So doing it with friends that are like built in, that I've known for so long. Josh, we've known each other for the last 7 years. Jeff, I've known since we were in high school, basically college.
Basically, yeah. Close to 15 years now.
So I get a smaller room, and we all get smaller rooms because that's just what everybody gets on ships.
Our job is really fun. It's pretty unique, honestly, to be in a band where you know all the members before you get on the ship. It's super unique.
Yeah.
So just getting to play with your friends every single night is it's a blessing.
All right, let's go to the next place.
This is from Samantha, 1894. She is really old. I assume that's when she was born. It is. How did you get picked to be on the new cruise ship, the new ship, or did you apply for the job?
I'd worked on ships in the past. I quit ships, and I moved to Nashville, Tennessee. My agent reached out and said, "Hey, we have something for you. We think it may be a good fit." And it was like my dream ship. Like, again, I've loved cruise ships a lot of my life. So it was like my dream ship. It's called Portside Barbecue. It was country music. It was right up my alley. And from there, they said, ooh, we're doing this new concept. We can't tell you what it is, but it's what you're doing. You can pick your band. You can be with your friends. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. So we did that. So it was, I think I just got lucky. I got lucky, and we've just kind of rolled with it ever since. And because we launched Wonder, it just made sense. And it was a good launch. I think we did a good job.
Yeah, it was awesome.
They asked us to come back and do Utopia.
And then, and for me, I'm just basically riding Brian's coattails. Yeah, he asked me to do the job. I lost
Not true.
I lost my job on land because of the pandemic, as just basically everyone did. I was working in live events at the time, so.
Oh yeah, he was working really cool live events. Like who have you worked with?
I mean,
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
People love Jeff Goldblum.
Ryan Reynolds, Al Gore. Al Gore. I mean, worked with them.
Sweatiest man you've ever encountered.
He was incredibly sweaty, and people warned me about it too. They said, "Dude, look out for Al. That dude is so sweaty." I'm like, sure he is. Sure enough, dude, he was so sweaty.
Hold on.
Here's a question you can ask me.
I just want to show you what we're looking at right now, because this is a good example of how odd ships are. So here's Jeff, and I'm seeing a man just bouncing on a high wire.
Yeah.
Like
what, 60 feet in the air or something?
60 feet in the air. So that's what we've been seeing the past couple minutes while we've been answering these questions.
He's good. What do most crew members do to maintain their fitness? Brian, you should take this one.
Oh man, dude, I am the worst. I'm the worst.
How do you maintain your fitness,
I've
dude?
seriously been into a gym 4 times ever on ships.
I think I have video of you in the gym because I was so shocked to see Brian in the gym.
And that's it. I try to just limit my caloric intake. That's how I stay fit on a ship. There's no muscles being built, but Jeff could actually give you a good answer here because Jeff is a very frequent gym goer.
Kinda. I go.
Dude. Yeah.
I go pretty often. I go maybe like 3 to 4 times a week to the gym.
Yeah, that's.
I'm allowed to go to the guest gym. There's also a gym dedicated for the crew, where all the crew is allowed to go. I try to stay active. I get a lot of steps walking around the ship, off the ship.
Depending on your position,
it's always changing.
Yeah, depending on your position, you can go to different gyms. So if you're like a dancer or you're an athlete, an acrobat, you can go to the guest gym.
Yep.
If you're not those things, then you can't. This ship, since it's being built right now, we don't have access to either gyms. So Jeff, you just did like a workout on the running track. You did like push-ups outside.
Yeah, I was pretty active during my breaks. I want to keep it going.
Yeah. This is from Marcy Prague. Do you ever get lonely while working on a ship?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Tell me about it.
Definitely. Certain contracts, yeah. Certain contracts, you find like a good vibe. You find like a good group of people. Other contracts are a little bit more lonely. Like let's say your bandmates find someone on the ship. Let's say Brian finds someone on the ship.
Yeah.
And then like all of their time is just devoted to that person, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't. And then I would say that's when it gets pretty lonely. And then you're saying goodbye to like a lot of your best friends and your family for sometimes 6-7 months at a time. So yeah, it gets lonely for sure. But I would say mostly no, but it does happen.
When we went to Wonder, I like right away met somebody and was just like crazy about them. And what was supposed to be like us hanging out all the time at the beginning of this contract and having an amazing time, it was basically always like, bye Jeff, see you later.
But that also happened on like the Infinity.
That's true.
It was the other way around, right? Yeah. So it was the other way around. But all that to say, it happens.
Our very first contract, years ago, we had a band of 4 people. All 3 guys, basically at the same time, met these 3 lovely gals. Mm-hmm. And they were just gone, and I was alone.
I was
utterly
gone.
alone, except for work. Like I showed up to work, there were the guys. They'd be like, "Okay," we'd play our sets, and then the second that we were done playing, it was like, "Okay, bye, guys."
Yeah.
I
know, dude. I have this vivid memory.
I
actually.
was so sad.
I have this vivid memory actually. This is maybe like a month and a half after I met the girl. I think we were having a conversation, and you basically you came out and said like, "I miss you, man." I was
that's
like,
sweet.
I know I was like, oh, dude, I miss you too. I'm sorry, I'm gone all the time.
Yeah.
But I think you've never said that to me before.
Yeah.
That happened. You've
So
never said that since.
You knew it was real.
Oh yeah, I knew it was real. But yeah, you had some other friends that you met too.
And
but
I think,
still.
and we had a similar situation a couple years ago where I was just gone.
Yeah, and I missed you, man. And I missed you.
I think you probably told
I did.
it. Yeah, you were like, dude, I wish
yeah.
you were around more.
And that was the perfect storm of like, I just didn't find a whole lot of people like that I really clicked with. I really gelled with.
And we eventually did, and you eventually did. And
oh, eventually. And then we came back on the same ship, the contract after, and I had so many great friends. And it was
truly
just
like a
blast.
dream contract. It was
like,
so fun.
I wasn't lonely at all. I wanted more alone time. I was just like, just give me a day. Just give me a day.
So, to really answer the question, it comes down to who you meet and your friends. Like, work is work, but your reality is we live here. We live and work with all the same people nonstop, and so if you don't click with somebody, you have nowhere to escape. You have no other life to escape to. It's all here. So, one of my last contracts, I was so alone because I don't know. Sometimes you just don't click, and people don't want to hang out with you, and they've got their friends already, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and you and I are pretty like introverted, right?
Yeah.
I think you more than me.
Yeah.
But I'm still pretty introverted. So, if you're thinking about working on cruise ships and you're an extrovert and you like getting out there and you're like really good at meeting people, it's going to be so easy for you to make so many friends.
And if you're introverted, just really
lean into it.
Yeah, but like honestly, practice being social. Like it's not going to be natural, but the more you do it, the more it's just going to be better for you once you get on a ship. All right, we're moving locations again. This time,
where are we going?
Let's go up above. Let's go to a top deck.
Sounds good. Let's go to the captain's cabin.
Captain's cabin. Here we go.
Let's go. Okay, this person asked 2 questions. I'm going to choose one of them. It is AE Mom 79. Have you met Jordan yet, the ice skater with the YouTube page? You guys should collab.
Yes, we met like a year ago on Wonder of the Seas, and it was a really brief hello. It was like, Jordan, I watch your stuff. I think everything's great. She's like, oh, that's cool. See you around. And I never saw her around after
I've
that.
never met her personally. I've never met her.
But yeah, she's on the ship, and we haven't seen each other yet. But I love her page. She's amazing. On top of that, she's like crazy talented, more talented than most human beings on Earth.
More talented than us, that's for
sure. So yeah, I'm hoping we can make a video sometime. But until then, I just have to wait till I guess we bump into one another.
Yeah.
Sooner than later. It's a small enough ship. Even being the biggest ship on the planet, it's still kind of small. You see people all the time.
And Dian Kujimin.
Okay.
Are dogs allowed on the ship?
Are dogs allowed on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, surprisingly. Which blew my mind. When I first saw a dog on the ship, I did not believe it. I think they have to be service dogs, though.
Yeah, service dogs. And you always know there's a dog on the ship because they set up like a little area for them to
poo-poo.
To poop on the jogging track. So if that area is there, you know there's a dog somewhere on the ship and you can commence the search.
If you want to do a real deep dive, if you go to my TikTok account, which is Brian James Cruises, just like this, I have a video I posted like 2 years ago, and it's called Doggy Overboard. So if you see that, you'll see a video all about dogs on cruise ships.
Yeah, just go ahead and search for that directly.
Search up Doggy
Brian
Overboard.
James Doggy Overboard.
If you search it, you won't find it. You got to go to the actual page and scroll through. But yep, talking about dogs. Good question. Cats on board only if you're the captain, I think.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
that is a thing.
Thanks guys for watching this video. By the way, we have one last question for you. I know there's so many questions I didn't get to, but that's just the reality of all of this. I'm gonna just tell you what some of the questions were that I'm not answering, but you can just imagine my answer. One is, why are you so cute? One is, what is your height and shoe size? One is, what's the worst part of working on ships?
6'4", 12. 13 actually, 6'4", 6'5", excuse me, 6'5", 13.
5'10", 13.
Why did I get it wrong?
They want to know about the pool for crew members. We don't have a pool.
Are there any IT jobs on ships? Yes, lots of them. That's all I'm going to say, but there are so many of those.
My make and model of my guitar, it's a 217 plus. It's a 50th anniversary edition Taylor.
Is that the new one?
Love it. It's the new one. That's the new guitar. The other one's a 214 CE plus. Guys, thanks again for watching this. It's cold outside, so it's time for us to actually go
We gotta
as
go.
well.
We got to go. T-minus 3 days until we sail away.
For the Bahamas.
Yep, Bahamas. Transatlantic sailing. So we're looking forward to that.
Bye, guys.
See you later.